Well, as you've probably gathered from now, this is not the usual intro. We had a bit of an episode. What happened, there was an update on the operating system to my Apple Mac, which I did. And when that loaded, they said there was an update to the program iMovie, which is the one which I use for editing the videos for YouTube. Did the update. When I come to fire the program up, it was just freezing completely, and I couldn't see none of my files at all. So I had to tatter around with it, couldn't get it going, so I decided to pop over to Birmingham, about 15 mile away, and nip into the Apple shop there to see what they could do for me. Well, we arrived at the Apple shop to be told to see one of their technicians. Was a 4-hour wait, so booked that in, wasted 4 hours walking around Birmingham, finding things to do, and eventually we got to see the technician. Well, we saw 4 in all. We was there for 2 hours, and 4 different people came, and they still couldn't fix it. What they wanted me to do was go back next Friday, but I got home. I'd already got I always back my computers up fairly regularly, and by sifting through various stuff, I've managed to get the raw footage back for the intro. But it's only the footage. I've got to add the titles and that, so whether I've got it ready for this video or not remains to be seen. However, everything now seems to be back up and running. I did manage to save the video footage. I had backed it up for this episode was coming along now, so hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully it's back to normal service on the next episode. Hello and welcome back. It's Wednesday the 29th of April, and today I'm planning on just doing the planting up the 16-inch basket with 4 Tumbling Tom tomatoes. This basket I've got here is 16-inch. I've had it for quite a few years now. It's made by somebody called Tom Chambers, but I've had a right game in trying to get one of these coil liners for it to fit. I bought a 16-inch one, but it was way too small, so in the end what I've done, it's got a piece of black plastic, drew a circle out, put a couple of slits in and folded it, and I'm going to do my own. I've got this old bit of soil pipe. I've cut it to about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. What I do, I just pop it on the tray there, then I put the basket on the top, and it finds it just sits nice, stops it rocking about. I've tried using flower pots in the past, but I find them being a bit too tall and do topple over, but that being low, it holds the basket quite nice and stops it wobbling about. This is just the normal Verve potting compost, multi-purpose compost. I'll just try and get most of the lumps out first. I'll just stick a bit of raw more in, and also woodfish and bone. Normally what I use is just some stuff called Osmocote, which is really, it's only a slow release fertiliser, but I haven't got any left, so I'll just use this to tie this over. Give that a little mix in now. By the way, I find these are on from Poundland. I find these containers really good, and put the chemicals in and seal very well as well, keep all the moisture out. So mix all that up. Right, I've just put a bit of soil in the basket now, not filled it completely, just to pack the edges out around the frame. And I've just trimmed the surplus plastic around. I've left about 1 inch gap around the top above the rim of the basket to start with. What I'll do next, and I tend to do this with all my baskets, is put some water retaining gel in there. It's only a spoonful, but these swell up. It's only like sugar. These swell up and tend to hold the water really well when you between waterings, and it's just a matter of getting the light sprinkling on the soil like that. And just mix it into the soil. And as soon as that attracts any water, they swell up and the roots seem to cling on. And as I said, I do this with all my troughs and hanging baskets in the garden, and it does help to keep the moisture in the basket. So now the basket's been topped up, I'm just going to say there's 4 tumbling tom tomatoes here, and I'll just put one in between the chains. I did 4 in this basket last year, so it is a 16-inch, and had a really good crop. You see the plants have got some nice roots on them. So what I'll do is just between the chain gap, find some near the edge and slightly angle them outwards. Pop them in. And there we have it. Just give them a nice big drink now, and let them do their own thing. So that's all those planted now, and just give them a nice good drink to settle them in. And there's a finished item, hopefully on its way to producing a few pound of lovely cherry tomatoes. Just a quick update on the peas. You may recall that in the last episode I said that I soaked the peas overnight just to swell the pods out, and the germination has been fantastic. There's four rows here. There's 2 on the left, Hearst Green Shaft, and the 2 on the right are Kelvin Wonder. There's all sown on the 15th of the 4th, now it's the 1st of May, and they've just been left outside covered with fleece, and that's it. As you can see, the germination is quite good, so I'm very happy with that. I'll be definitely doing that next year by soaking the peas before I sow them. This is another 2 gutters of Hearst Green Shaft that I've sown. And again, they'll be just left outside, just popped a bit of bubble wrap over the top, held with clothes pegs. Just keep my eye on the watering and leave them to their own thing. Good morning, it's Saturday the 2nd of May. It's about 6:15 and it's freezing cold. I just looked at the temperature on the, you see it there, it went down to 4.6, it's actually now 7 degrees. What I'm going to do now is I need to get my vegetables plants put outside, because hardening off and get them planted out. I noticed, looking at the latest uploads on YouTube, quite a few are putting stuff out. I see that Mark's put his sweet corn out, so time to get mine sorted. Listening to a few of the weather forecasts last night, a few of them said that we may possibly have a bit of frost, but so that's not an actual coffin there, it's 2 gutters of peas. I just popped a bit of fleece over the top just in case, but luckily we haven't had anything. And what I've done also is got a couple of pallets, laid them out, which I'm going to put my trays of veg on there and lay them out today to get used to the cooler weather. Just looking at the garlic bed, besides all the weeds what needs taking out, notice the soils started cracking, so I need to give them a good drink, I think. It's the 4th of May, it's a glorious morning, bank holiday Monday, so hopefully we can get a few hours spent out on there. I've just been watching a video of his latest episode, Dave's Allotment, and he's just been mentioning about his cherry tree. I'll just let you have a quick look at the one I've got over here, and I think I'll need to net it quite soon. The blossom on this year has been absolutely amazing, so I just wondered then, it's about time to get some preventative action before the birds take charge. More and more of you are starting to plant out now, so with a day like today, I think today's a start for me. Although, looking at Dan's video up in the Yorkshire Dales, it was blowing like a gale force, but we got to carry on. Most of this will be planted out over the next few days. Like I said, most of you have started planting out now, and I've already got my brassica bed sorted out. Terry King quite kindly posted a video of his tunnel for the brassicas. I don't know if I'll be doing that more or less straight away, but it's definitely a project for the future. So if you're watching, thank you very much, Terry. I'll be taking your design up in the future. Cheers. The peas have made a dash of it all of a sudden, and they're like bolting up now, so I need to sort where I'm actually going to plant those. I'm not sure yet, but we'll no doubt find somewhere. One of the other plot holders kindly donated some of this channel to me. It's far more substantial than the guttering, so I'll be using these for the peas the next time. But in the meantime, I've just popped a few strawberries in, and I'm sure they're going to romp away in here. The cherry tree is about 16 feet high, so it's going to be fun trying to get a bit of net over the top of that. But if I don't fall off the ladder, you might be seeing it on the video. This is my Egremont russet apple, and I had a really good crop off this last year, and by looking at the blossom on it already, I think we might be having some more. The shallots are doing grand, but the weeds are coming through now, so I need to do a bit of weeding around here to tidy that up. Just moving a quick cross here. This is the overwintering onions, and they're really thickening up now. This is the garlic, couple of rows of garlic and one row of elephant garlic. There's one on the end there, the elephant garlic, and the stem on that it's getting almost as thick as the leeks I had last year, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that when it's finished. Purple sprouting broccoli has done wonders. I've had loads and loads of crops off it, but really I need to get this out of the bed now because this is part of what's going to be the onion bed. So I'll be pulling these out in the next few days, probably running the rotavator over, a bit of bloodfish and bone grow more in, then the onions. These last few collies are starting to heart up now, so within a couple of weeks I should think all these will be gone and get some more salad crops in. I had a nice cauliflower from here yesterday for our dinner, together with a good picking of the purple broccoli. Good morning, it's 6th of May, and last night we had some real bad winds. As usual, when I shut the greenhouse up on the plot, I always have a walk down to the bottom gate just to make sure it's locked properly, and I was met with a number of plot holders, fleece tents just flapping in the wind, so I rung a couple of them up and they came down and either took the fleece off or pegged it back down again, but it was really bad last night. Just a quick look in the greenhouse. For some reason the swede, that's it, the swede seems to have gone all weird, so I'll just let you have a quick look. It looks as though the soil might be a bit wet, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to water it anymore, I'll leave it, but I'm going to pop another batch into this tray here and see how it goes. So initially I was going to be planting it, but weather today, it's still forecast more rain, so I think I'll give it a miss for today. Another temporary casualty of the winds last night was the sunflowers. When I came out, the wind had actually caught the plants because they're tall and actually toppled them over complete in their cells, so it was quite a force. That's why I ended up putting them in the greenhouse overnight, and I've just popped them back out here with a brick behind them. Morning, Thursday the 7th of May. We've got a bit of a better day than the last previous 2 days where we've been battered with rain and heavy winds. The plan for today is to crack on with the brassica bed, and last year I used the mesh to go over the top of the cage, whereas this time I've bought a roll of builder's debris netting, but I need to join it together. I'd already started this, and Terry King showed me how he joined this with cable ties, which I wish I'd done that to start, but because I've sewn it already, I'm going to crack on sewing it still now. There's 4 lengths to sew, and it's going to take about 7 or 8 hours, I think, but might as well get it done now. This is the net that I used over the cage last year, and although it's good quality netting, it does let the cabbage whitewood fly through that can get through, and I've got a few through last year, and I found holes in the brassicas. So what I plan to do this year is use the net to go over the top of the cherry tree. Then over this framework now, I'm going to be putting builder's scaffold debris netting over. I've lashed an old bit of washing line down the length of this path here. And what I do, I hang the netting on with the clothes pegs, 2 pieces together, and it makes it easier for when I come to sew it. I'll get a little stool, sit down, plug my earphones in, listen to a few podcasts, and I'm happy. This is the netting hung up. It's 2 meters wide. There's 2 pieces together, so that'll make it 4 meters wide so far, and it's 170 inches long, whatever that is in foreign measurements, I don't know, but let's have a quick look. And I don't know if you can see it there. That's my effort on a type of blanket stitch, which seems to be quite good, and I'm doing it in like a very tough thread. So get my earphones on, and as Dave would say, let's crack on. Well, the rain's made an appearance again, and I've had to resort to back into the greenhouse. I've lashed a bit of our washing line up inside the greenhouse until the chain link fence just through the door, and I managed to hook it on with a few clothes pegs, and I can carry on sewing. I'm nearly at the end of the first piece, and there's another 2 lengths to go, so hopefully in the next episode it'll be all done. My subscriber count keeps rising by the minute, and I do appreciate everybody who's hopped on board and had a look. So thank you very much to all you new people, and also to the regulars who add comments to my videos. So until the next episode, see you again. Bye now.